after that. But I represent people in the federal world who are charged with the government want to kill them. I represent people in federal cases, from terrorism to drug conspiracies to narco-terrorism to racketeering, RICO. Some of these rappers y'all know, I represented some of them. Some of the guys who they're rapping about, I'm representing them. And I know the story behind the story. I know y'all telling on each other. I know that y'all do all that money phone stuff, but your mom's is messed up. Your mom's messed up. So it's like I know this. I know what, you see all these dudes on the gram constantly talking about all the tough guys in their hood and this dude do this, whoop-de whoop, whoop-de that, whoop-de that, but you don't see the results of what happened. You don't see the morgue pictures when they gotta peel your goddamn skull back and figure out what your cause of death was, and your mom's is crying. And you peed and feces on yourself because your body just left itself when you shot. So I'm not into giving false imagery or false ideas or delusions, because I've learned that your generation, my generation, a lot of us are living in a delusional world and trying to make intelligent decisions based on the delusion. That shit is impossible.
Stop playing. Stop playing. You playing around too much. Like, you want to do something, you want to make the money, you want to build wealth because it look cool, but you're not serious, because you know what I got, and I got something for you. The Blueprint for Investing, Volume 1, created by me, Aaliyah Duah. It gives you a step-by-step guide on how to get started investing in the stock market. See, if you want to really build wealth, you got to put your money into things that's going to work for you, right? Because the job money cool, but you want to make the money work too, right? So it's going to give you a step-by-step guide, investing tools, the apps to use, everything. And the best part is, I know you don't like to read, so I only made it 28 pages. That's it, right? 28 pages, and you getting yourself some wealth of knowledge. So make sure y'all tune in, get your copy today, and go to financialrevolution.com. Let's get it, y'all. Back to the episode.
So what do you tell your clients? Like,
the truth.
Yep. Okay.
And how to listen. I'm a defense attorney. I have a reputation for doing well in the courtroom. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, but at the same time, I'm gonna tell you where we messed up at. Because you have some guys, they don't listen. You got some guys who are paid a good lawyer, but they go in jail and listen to the jailhouse lawyer and make a dumb decision and screw their life up. So I tell them the truth and I give them the information so that they can make well-informed decisions. Because some of them they're at a crossroads.
What would you say is the worst case you worked on?
What do you want to? What offends you? I don't. I rep cases where people dismembered, chopped up bodies and placed them all around the place. I represent cases where people have sex with little kids.
So
I represent
part of
people
being a lawyer
who blew up stuff and killed people. So I don't know.
So, okay, I have two questions. Are you ever scared being with some of your clients?
No.
Why? You're never scared at the work that you do?
I'm not scared of the work that I do because I don't hang out with these people.
Okay.
I represent and I some of them are my friends, but I know what separates church and state, but I treat people with respect. That doesn't mean that I don't get into it with certain people. I've had some situations. But for the most part, very few.
Okay. So my next question would be, being though that you're a lawyer, does the client you're representing, you have to know for sure if they committed the crime?
No, I don't. You don't have to know for sure nothing. I wasn't there. What if you represent someone and your client says because of how he was raised, he doesn't see the value of having a good attorney and letting that, he doesn't know. Listen, your attorney is only as good as the information that you provide them. And what most people understand, you get all these cliches and ignorant hood stuff. Yo, man, he ain't fight for me. You working with the DA. Nah, shut up, man. Nah, that's not what's happening. Like, you don't know. And because you don't know, you're listening. And you're impressionable. But, like, I tell them the information so they can make good choices. Because what happens is, if you don't tell your lawyer the everything, that means that your adversary has the narrative, because they have a cooperator and several. They have the video camera. You told everything on your phone. They extracted your phone. They got the whole shebang, and they have the resources in the team to get to it. If you don't tell your attorney and you guys are at trial and the prosecution starts doing something, and you're like, wow, that's not helping you.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, I had a trial 2 years ago. I tried a drug conspiracy case, cocaine conspiracy from Peru to New York, Newark, Patterson area. Had a female client. I know she was more involved than what she told me. It was clear. The facts show, the evidence shows.
Yeah.
I'm not, a bobblehead. And she wouldn't give it up. She went to trial. I won anyway.
How though?
Because I had to come up with the legal theory and the narrative on my own.
How do you come up with these? So, okay, my question is, not most of the time if they committed the crime, they're going to jail, but now it's like...
Not necessarily. It depends. If you listen, here's the thing, right? The technology that exists today, everything is on a grid. You have to, in a lot of respects, you have to have a skill set to analyze large volumes of information in a short period of time and compartmentalize that. And while you're doing that, develop a theory and a narrative and create symmetry through the trial to tie that together. Now, look, everyone knows federal cases are different than state. In my career as a defense attorney, which I've been doing now since September of 2001, so what is that, 23 years almost?
Yeah.
On state cases, let's say I'm almost certain I probably tried about 70 to 75 state trials, felony trials. I probably won about 60 of them.
Wow.
That's changing now, though,
But
because of the technology.
so, okay, how
Federal, I've like it's
how
a
do you
different practice.
how do you win cases? Is winning the cases meaning that like you're...
I'm talking about straight full acquittals, meaning you charged with murder, you charged with robbery, you charged with assault. Jury, not guilty. Come on, let's go home. That's what I mean. In the federal level side, my win is, they were trying to give you life. I got you 15.
Wow.
You get an acquittal here and there, but the difference from the state and the feds is that the feds are proactive. They build and they investigate. They build cases. So when they arrest you, they have it all together.
Yeah, they come
have
after
resources.
seven.
Listen,
10
they
years.
print money. It's the federal government.
Yeah.
Local prosecutors, they're dealing with crimes after the fact, and the rules of evidence is different. So it changes the trajectory of the results for the defendant.
So what was it you say your